I've been getting a few questions lately about what you can do to get your coach to notice you. I know that the season's about to begin, so this may be a good time to brush up on your volleyball etiquette. I think that etiquette is required whether you're the best player on the team or the worst. If you are interested in the sport at all, it's very important to have good manners on the court. That doesn't mean that you can't be fully competitive and aggressive. What it means is being respectful of the other team, the other players, and of your coach. Um, there are little things that you can consider. Um, One is when you're doing your handshake at the end of a match, win or lose, you want to make eye contact and say nice game to every player and shake their hand, including the coach's hand. You wouldn't believe how many young players have tried not to shake our hands, including mine as the coach. It's rude. It doesn't make your team look good. It reflects badly on your coach. So you want to make sure you give a proper handshake, win or lose, and say good game because that's just really important. Another thing with etiquette is that you never want to cross through a court with an ongoing match in front of another team's bench. You don't want to walk across in front of the players and the coach that are in the middle of a match. You don't want to walk between them and the match. So make sure that you take a route that takes you fully around the game that's going on, and especially the bench. Don't walk in front of a bench. Another thing is you don't want to walk through a court when someone's about to serve. If you get onto a court and you want to pass through, someone's about to serve, wait patiently until they've contacted the ball, and then you can make a little sprint for the end line. Or better yet, make sure that you wait until the play dies and then quickly run past their court. Um, Another thing too is never to sit against the wall right behind the serving line. You want to make sure that players on other teams have room. Don't have your legs all sticking out where they're trying to stand and serve, and be respectful of that serving area and keep it clear. Another place not to sit when watching a match is within the 10-foot line. That's where players need to take a nice wide approach. So you never want to collect yourselves along the 10-foot line on either side of the court. So keep that clear too. Those are all just little tips about proper etiquette. When your coach is talking in the huddle or anytime during practice, you want to make sure that you're holding your ball still. Make sure that you're not bouncing it, while the coach is trying to talk. It's very difficult for a coach to concentrate and for the other players, and it's disrespectful. And a coach will notice that. Also, when a coach says hold the balls and bring them in, do that right away. Don't take one more serve or two more serves because you want to. That's not up to you, it's up to the coach. If you hold the ball and you run it in and you're the first one there, your coach will notice that, and they will notice that you're being respectful and you're listening. And that usually turns into someone who's going to be a good player. So that's some clues that will let me know that this is someone who's interested in being here, learning from me, and is not just out to have fun by themselves. That you can do that anytime. When you're at practice, you listen to your coach. Okay? So, let's see. Being supportive of your other players on the bench. That's another really important thing. I myself am not really into practiced cheerleading type songs on the bench that just kind of go out to nowhere. I tend to like cheering for an actual player. So if you're on the bench or even on the court, you want to tell the player, nice try if they didn't get the ball, if they made a mistake. Nice try, slap their hand, run back to your spot. Or if they did make a great play, run over and let them know. Or if you can't get over there fast enough, make sure that you yell loud enough for them to hear you. Talk to the individual player, not just out to nowhere land, and it will make you more engaged in your team, and it will make your team more engaged in the match. Oh, if you get to practice early, be sure to ask if you can help with setting up the equipment. At our practices, we have the girls set up the nets and get all the equipment set up well before practice begins. And if I see a player taking out a ball and touching a ball and playing before the equipment is set up, as a coach, I don't like to see that. If your teammates are working on setting up the court for your practice, I want to see you in there helping too until it's all done. Then if time permits, everybody can get out balls and play until practice starts. So it's really important that you're not just thinking of yourself when you come to practice. You show up, you make sure that everything is set up for your team first, then get out the balls and have fun. So that's another thing that you can show your coach, that you're here to be a part of the team and to contribute to the team.